I don't know why he'd wait so long to say this. I feel like after you've been labeled Drake Campagna by the media for like 2 months, you might want to at least come forward within that time and be like, no, I actually didn't do that. All right, let's see.
Hi, I'm Drake Bell,
Hey,
not
Drake.
Drake Campana. No soy
Damn.
Drake Bell, yo no soy Drake Campana. A lot of the news that you've been hearing, well, most of the news that you've heard recently is entirely false and wrong. And I feel that you deserve and I owe you an explanation.
This would have been really helpful
I didn't
like
change my name.
2 months ago.
Although I love and would love to, I've never moved to Mexico. I've never been a resident or a citizen of Mexico. I don't have a Mexican passport. I didn't get arrested. I didn't go to jail.
Wait, what? What? Whoa, 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 whoa. You didn't get arrested. Wait, you were in court though. What was the court about then? It's maxed out. Oh, here. I see why it's quiet on stream. Lazy Tier 1 Frogbot and the Gift Sub Flower and the Resub Kai Kai, Fuchi, Rotten, and the Prime Zine. Well, let me look at something. He absolutely did get arrested. Right? Because he received child endangerment charges after being arrested and charged in Cleveland. Yeah, I've got it pulled up right here. The actor was arrested and charged in Cleveland earlier this month. Well, that was back in July. But I guess this could be a lie. I mean, I wasn't there to see the officers put his ass in cuffs or anything. I mean, it seems like a weird thing to make up about Drake Bell, of all people. Exit Prime Senpai and the Resub Nova and Soul Cal. Now let me look up the Drake Campagna thing. Because I thought that was also confirmed. Well, it was reported by Insider first, I see. Newsweek and Insider were the two that first ran with he changed his name to Drake Campagna. Thanks to the Resub Corporal. Not exactly reputable. Though he himself posted a picture on Instagram insinuating that he was moving to Mexico. Exit Tier 1 Jonah. Drake Bell also changed his Twitter handle to Drake Campagna.
I know that this has moved very quickly for you, but for me, it's been a 3-year thorough investigation into every false claim that has been made. And it's not me telling you that the claims are false, but the state of Ohio has proven the claims to be false.
And who is this Mr. Ohio?
True, my situation would be very
Can we trust him?
I would not be here at home with my wife and my son. But that being said, I'm not perfect, and I made mistakes. I responded to a fan whose age I didn't know. Yet when I became aware of their age, all conversation and communication stopped. And this individual continued to come to shows and pay for meet and greets, and all while I was unaware that this was the same person I was communicating with online.
Hold on, let me check the sources on that as well. Exit Tier 1 Big Kadsky and the Resub Olympius and the Prime Stepsis Netty. Okay, let me take a peek. Because he pleaded guilty. Yeah, he pleaded guilty to felony attempted child endangerment and a misdemeanor charge of disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. So let's just say all the claims were false. Everything they ever said about Drake Bell were false. Why would he plead guilty? I mean, I guess I could have offered him some kind of deal. But, like, that's a hard thing to refute. Because he literally pleaded guilty to felony attempted child endangerment and disseminating matter harmful to juveniles, which I believe is dick pics, penis pictures, wiener postcards. And then Bell states, I accept this plea because my conduct was wrong, and I'm sorry the victim was harmed. It was not my intention. The victim, who is 19 now, spoke at length about the damage Bell has done, saying he began grooming her when she was 12. She said she initially felt loved and protected by him during online chats, and his messages became blatantly sexual after she turned 15. She says remarks made her feel uncomfortable, but she felt trapped because she idolized Bell. Woman said she and Bell exchanged explicit photos online and engaged in sexual conduct with her on several occasions, including at a concert in Cleveland at a hotel, and she called Bell a pedophile and a coward. Bell's attorney, Ian, said that there was no explicit photos or sexual conduct, and the inappropriate conduct that did occur were reflected in the charges Bell pled guilty to last month. Those charges were felony child endangerment and disseminating harmful material for juveniles. Those are still pretty big. Thanks to the resub, Ulcerok and Voideye. Yeah, the pink and blue walls is really making it hard to trust anything he says here, if I'm being honest. He harmed her eyeballs with his gross penor. You'd make a fantastic attorney, let me tell you what, Kaltros. Oh, here we go. The attempted endangering children charge relates to the concert where Bell violated his duty of care and created a risk of harm to the victim, Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office spokesperson Tyler said previously. What does that mean? Also, Cuyahoga is an intense name. That sounds like a goddamn, like, wrestler. Or like a barbarian. But that doesn't tell me what he did. Like, what is it? Violated his duty of care. This is a fucking 12-year-old stranger. It's not his duty to, like, discipline her and spank her for... It's not his duty to, like, discipline her and spank her for grades are poor or something. Like, what is his duty of care as a musician? Is there any details on that? Like, what does that mean? Thanks to the resub, random username and CMade and Arizon. How do we know Megan isn't behind all of this? Can you imagine that fucking prank? Megan actually set all of this up. Comes into court and just slaps down the papers and calls him a boob. Although the trial already happened, like there's already tons of memes of Drake's trial on YouTube. I didn't watch all of it. I watched a little of it, but like it's pretty popular.
Not Drake and Fine. So they're...
Like they put a laugh track to it and everything. It's a very public trial. Pretty unlucky if you Drake Campagna. They got memed to death. This one by far the finest meme. Hearing, not a trial. It's the same thing. Well, I mean, it's not the same thing, but I don't feel like correcting it here.
Mr. Bell is in the courtroom. Ian Friedman and Madeline Grant, present from the state. Kevin Brigman also.
Oh, here, I'll start. Sorry, start from the beginning. fucking go! I'm still doing. While I play this, I'm gonna do more research on the case since Drake is saying it's all a lie.
Are we ready? Yeah, we're here on, excuse me, case number 659324, State of Ohio versus Jared Bell. Defendant is appearing by Zoom.
The judge has a crazy
Mr. Bell,
voice.
can you hear the court?
I can, yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Counsel for Mr. Bell is in the courtroom. Ian Friedman and Madeline Grant, present from the state. Kevin Brigman also in the courtroom. My understanding, there's been a plea agreement reached where the defendant will plead guilty to count 1, attempted endangering
It
children.
just sounds like this guy needs to clear his throat. Can someone get this man a lozenge?
He will plead guilty to count 2, disseminating matter harmful to juveniles, misdemeanor of the first degree. Correct statement, counsel?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Bell, how old are you?
Currently 34.
How far did you go in school?
GED.
Are you presently under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
Are you undergoing psychiatric treatment?
I mean, I've seen a psychologist. I don't know if that's psychiatric treatment. I wouldn't have an answer to that, sorry.
Okay, you understand what we're doing here this afternoon?
Yeah, it just goes on like that for 5 minutes. It's pretty good. Yeah, so I can't find any more details about like the actual duty of care he violated. I still don't see what that means because they just keep expressing that they refuse to elaborate further. But Bell and the girl had developed a relationship online 7 years prior to the concert, and the disseminating harmful material charge concerns Bell having sent the girl inappropriate social media messages. So no wiener pictures, I don't believe. Also, did the guy that said you should watch the whole trial instead of 40% of it? Bro, you're giving me way too much credit. I haven't watched 40% of it. I watched 5 minutes of a Nickelodeon spoof on it. I don't really care that much about it. I get the gist of it. Oh yeah, no. We're gonna finish the response video. I'm just checking the charges because I'm refreshing my memory on what happened. So yeah, there's really no more elaboration on the violated duty of care statement, but it seems like there were no cock pictures. And it also doesn't seem like he did an EDP and sent a shit pic. There was no poopy pics exchanged either, from what I understand, so.
And that's what I pled guilty to. You know, it was reckless and irresponsible text messages. I want to make clear that there were no sexual images, nothing physical between me and this individual. I was not charged with anything physical. I was not charged with disseminating of photographs or images or anything like that.
That is true. I just looked that up.
Strictly over text messages. And when I was presented with a plea deal, because of the messages, I felt that it was the best way to...
So did that 12-year-old girl design your house, Drake? Like, what is going on here? I can't stop looking at the background.
And for me to get back to doing what I love, and that's making music for you. And I want to thank you for, to everyone who saw through the lies and did their research and looked at my case and saw it for what it was instead of through all of this media confusion. Don't believe the media right off the bat. It's a lot of clickbait.
True.
Do your own research and come to your own conclusions. And I just want to say thank you to all of you. I want to for sticking by me, and I love you. And I will see you soon.
All right. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot else here. That's kind of as far as the case goes that I can see online. But I mean, yeah, pleading guilty to that stuff is still not good. Here's the Prime Spuds, resub Plush and Lions, and Sad Kitty and Dio. So what was like the sentencing then? Since he pled guilty, do they just, is it like probation or something? Because I don't see any follow up on that. Yeah, it is probation. Never mind. I just found that follow up. I don't know how I missed it. It's right there. It's probation. And literally, as I asked, I read the sentence. Yeah, not a whole lot of new info here. Did we find out why he pled guilty? A better deal, as opposed to trying to fight it, I guess. I'm not a fucking lawyer. Exit Prime Mole King. Yeah, Light did incredible. It was a huge win for us. I love his explanation. Don't worry, I didn't send dick pics, but I did send sexually explicit text messages. Much better. Well, yeah, that, you know, when you break it down, I guess that actually is the message. There is two big takeaways. One, my name's not Drake Campagna. Two, didn't send wiener pics. Just sexual messages. And three, I don't know how to design my own house. Those pink and blue walls are rough. 100%. I don't know where the story came from about Drake Campagna then if he didn't actually change his name to that. Thanks to tier 1 knee slapper. His house is a gender reveal party. True. So, yeah, but it has to be more than the Twitter name, right? Like, I understand he changed his name on Twitter to Drake Campagna and stuff. They said that he legally changed his name to Drake Campagna and that he moved to Mexico. Both of which he says are not true. And the only two sources I can find saying that that happened are two very awful websites. These are the bits mythical. And probably won't watch Wendigo Ranch. Those are usually pretty long. I wonder what are YouTubers saying about it. Let's see, hold on. What's the general consensus on the Drake Bell response? Nothing.